friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay and we have a little bit of a different setup today. That winter sun has just started to come out and I just really felt like changing things up a bit and having a different change of scenery. My front room's pretty sort of like overshadowed at the minute and all the light is on the back of the house and I just thought it was really beautiful. So I'm sat at my dining table. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, whatever it is you need to settle into this video and let's get started. So I'm sure you, like myself, have been seeing these videos absolutely everywhere online. And I can't but wholeheartedly agree. You are literally set up to fail. And that sucks because that's just the reality of the society that we're living in. I'm such a avid believer in working with the seasons. Most of you probably know I'm a Wiccan, I'm a pagan, so connecting to the earth and listening to the earth is such a deep part of what I am and who I am as a person. I mean, it's been a bit of a whirlwind January because in England so far we have had snow, ice and floods. And that's been in the space of about 2 weeks. We are still very much in the midst of winter and I really feel like at this point I'm really in the winter of my own life at the minute. It's been a real time for self-reflection. It's like the 3 R's. It's rest, reflection, rejuvenation. I think that in winter you should slow down and you shouldn't go like bullet at gates, dying to get through, dying to just change everything about your life, because at the end of the day it's probably not going to stick. And this is why I've really drifted away from almost celebrating the new year, because it doesn't mean anything to me. Not really. I only do it because I'm told to do it, which is actually a really crazy thing if you think about it. I spend this time preparing now for the spring and preparing myself to move forward and to accept this new year coming into fruition, essentially. So if you haven't celebrated the new year, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like, I'm so tired, I see it all the time that everyone is so tired, and I completely resonate with that. So these are just some slow and simple, I like to say, it girl habits, just to ease your way into 2025. We don't need to rush, we don't need to put all this pressure on ourselves, but if we can just slowly ease our way in, like you do in a hot bath, just slowly dip your body in and allow it to envelope you and wrap its arms around you like a big warm hug, then I think we'll all thrive a lot better this year. So I call these my it girl habits because they are very small and gentle habits that will actually improve your life quite a lot. And you might not think about it at the time, you'll think like, oh, this is just like a small thing, but really they can actually really improve your mindset, improve your physical health and also your mental health. So the first habit you can introduce into 2025 is to start more walks. As many of you may know, because I've spoke about this before, that I'm actually on a wellness program where I've got a coach who will help me with my nutrition and fitness. One thing that we do is a non-negotiable, which is where I do a 20-minute walk in the morning. I'm a little bit chaotic and a lot ADHD, so I'm never going to be 100% at this, but most mornings I do go on a walk. If I can't get it in the morning, then I'll try and get it in the afternoon after I've had some food, just because that really helps my digestion. And I really feel like with the walking, it's my quiet time, so I go alone and it allows me to get some fresh air, it allows me to take in the day, but it also allows me, if I go in the morning, to set my intention for the day. I know that sounds really hippy dippy, but it actually does help, and I've been doing this for about 3 months now and it just really sort of refocuses me. And what I really love is going out when it's cold or maybe even spitting a little bit, and it's like that cold air and that water, that rain, just completely washes away anything that might be stagnant or in your head, and you can really just take a deep breath, let it out, let it all go, and everything just seems not so heavy anymore. So I'd really recommend starting walking, moving your body and getting into the routine of it and getting your body used to doing walking. It can be really good, and it's also great for your health as well and kickstarting your metabolism, especially if you do that first thing in the morning. The next habit to help ease you into 2025 is to drink more tea, but I don't just mean good old cuppa like I'm drinking now. I should have thought about this. But what I specifically mean is green teas and herbal teas. I've been loving the Twinings, the different sets you can get. There's strawberry and cucumber glow tea. Don't sleep on that, girlies, okay? Because that is so good. It tastes amazing and it really does make you glow. This isn't even like a promo, although if they do want to sponsor me, that's cool. I am loving my herbal teas. I used to drink herbal tea every single morning. It used to be a green tea and I would sit there and I would read and have my breakfast and my green tea, and it just, I don't know, it just is one of those things where you can really just give you a boost. You're not putting anything milky or heavy into your stomach. You're not filling yourself up on caffeine, but you are just drinking something warm, something comforting, but at the same time, it's going to be way more nutritional and way better for you than drinking tea or coffee. And I love a good cup of tea or coffee, I really do, but I at least try and get one herbal tea into my day, basically. So I just try and drink one a day, but there's so many different flavors. So if you don't like green tea or you don't like caffeine, you can get them decaf. There's, like I say, there's so many different flavors. I would highly recommend the Twinings ones. Usually if you go into Sainsbury's, they have some on offer on like Nectar, so you can get them at a reduced price anyway. It's just one of those things where you're drinking it and it's warming you and you actually feel good for it. Something really small and really simple, but it's one of those things that will definitely make you more of an it girl and put you into this better physical, mental state. You just feel like you're improving your life just from drinking it, so you can't really go wrong. The next habit for 2025 would be to get a mindful hobby for your you time. Setting aside time for something that you love that's completely yours, like it's nobody else's. You don't share it with friends, you don't share it with a partner. It's just your time and your space to really just let yourself be creative or whatever it is this mindful hobby could be. And there is so many different hobbies that you can have. Personally for me, I'm doing a January reading challenge. So I use an app called Storygraph. It allows you to track the books you're reading and how many pages you've done along the way. So if you guys have that, then definitely add me. I'll put all my info down below. But they started a January reading challenge where you just read at least one page a day, and it's just to help encourage people to read more. Personally, I have been absolutely loving reading. It's just really helping me get out of my own headspace. But at the same time, I'm really interested in writing myself. I feel like reading more books can only broaden your vision and your creative mind. Even if you are more of a creator, reading is going to help you so much. That's my thing, you know. I can sit down in the morning, I can have my breakfast and I can read. I'm so guilty for this, but I often make so many excuses as to why I can't read, why I haven't got the time for this, why I haven't got the time for that. When actually the time is there, it's just I'm not utilizing my time in the best way. Having something for yourself, even if it is just across 1 month, just a little challenge for you to see if you can do a little bit each day, really just helps to broaden your mind. And I feel like everybody needs an outlet of some sort, whether that's physical, mental, creatively. There's so many different options and you just got to find what thing makes you tick. And it might only be temporary. It might not be forever, but at least it's something that's enriching you right now, and that is completely valid and should be enjoyed. Okay, so I always see these videos of like my 15-step skincare routine and this is what you need to be doing to look a certain way. And it's all rubbish, okay? It's all complete rubbish. All got different skin, all different skin requirements. Some might have acne, rosacea. There's too many variables. I don't feel like anyone on the internet can tell you the kind of skincare routine that you need to have, because our skin goals will be different just as much as our skin type is different. My next habit is to build a skincare routine, but this is only for 2 to 3 days out of the week. So you don't have to stress and worry about doing a skincare routine 7 days a week, every single day. I need to tone, I need to moisturize. No, that's just, it's crazy because we're all human. I don't think I have ever stuck to a skincare routine. Sometimes all I do is grab a flannel, wash my face and walk out the door. That's how life is. That's how life is always gonna be for me. So if you're a little bit like that too, I just recommend starting off easy and starting off and build something that's actually manageable for you, rather than completely overwhelming yourself with what you think is expected and what you think you should be doing and what other people are actually telling you should be doing. Do what works best for you. Even if it is just washing your face. Start so small, it is impossible for you to fail. And I think that is a really good takeaway. And then the next time you think, oh, well, I've been doing this for a little while, maybe I'll add something else. And you build from there and you just grow and get better, and you know, you kind of just settle into a routine that actually does suit you, because like I say, it's not all going to look the same for everybody. Whatever you can manage to add to your routine that you're not doing, that just improves your quality of life a little bit, is going to be so good for you in the long term. It's all just about living your best self, but in the most convenient way for you possible. That leads me on to my next point, which is do some yoga, do some Pilates or stretch. And I'm not going to overwhelm you. Do this just once a week. It doesn't need to be crazy. You don't have to book in a class every single week. If you can, great. I personally just do a 20-minute video on YouTube. I either use Yoga with Adrian or Yoga with Bird. They're like my two favourite. I feel like it's really important to stretch your body, and you don't realise how much you actually need it until you start doing it. I used to do yoga quite a lot through my 20s, and I remember I did it for about 6 months. And I probably did it every day or every other day for about 6 months. And then I stopped, and I don't know why. Life just gets in the way. But then returning back to it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really tight, I'm really sore, and I didn't realise how much kind of like my body had seized up and how much I wasn't able to use it like I used it before because I hadn't been doing those exercises. I was such a fan of yoga because it increases your mindfulness. I feel like there's so much meditative awareness around yoga. It stretches your body in a healthy way, but it really also helps to focus in on your core strength. I feel like girls that do yoga and girls that do Pilates are just so strong because that core strength and structure is just so solid. So I can't not recommend it to you guys enough if you don't do it. Especially as women, I feel like soft, gentle but intentional movement is so beneficial for us. And we are on to my very last It Girl habits to have for 2025. This one is a real important one. It's get one girly brunch in the diary. And this doesn't have to be with a friendship group at all. If you don't have any friends, if you don't have anybody that you want to share brunch with or could share brunch with, that's completely fine and that's completely valid. Even if you take yourself out for brunch, I think it's so important to help clear your mind and have a little treat. You know, we're all working so hard to try and function in this world, in this life, and it's so important to be able to go and take that time for yourself to romanticize life a little bit, because we definitely don't do that enough. If you do choose to do that with some friends or even a partner, you know, take time to talk things out, take time to listen, and also just be at peace. Go and treat yourself to something yummy. Don't worry about the calories. Don't worry about the amount of caffeine you're gonna have. And don't forget to enjoy yourself, because that's what life is all about. I really feel like in 2025, we need to take things slow, you know? 2024 was hard. It was hard for a lot of us, but I think it is just so important to be mindful and listen to what your body needs. You don't have to be like these influencers that have it all figured out. They put what they want online for views. It's aesthetic, it's perfect, you know, everyone wants this kind of life, it's desirable, but that doesn't mean it's realistic. Gently ease your way in with a couple of things that will benefit you in a slower and gentle way, then I think you're already doing incredible. You don't need to be sold a life that is completely unrealistic. Right guys, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, it means the complete world to me. It really, really does. I am so enthusiastic for this year and what it's going to bring and how our lovely community is going to grow. I can't wait to see you beautiful people for more. And if you just can't wait until my next video, then do check out my channel where I have an array of content waiting for you guys. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for being here. Stay safe, stay warm, and I look forward to seeing you beautiful people in my next video. Bye! Oh my god, you're so far away, I can't reach.